If I don't like something, I'm gonna say it. So tired. I want to see count for count. I have to
Mhm.
feel the performance. I have to feel I have to buy what you selling me.
It's hard for them to get in the mix or to be a part of the conversation if they don't
Right.
have anything out there. Oh, they
Yeah.
get a grade?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay. All right, welcome to the Major Business Podcast, where we talk all things auxiliary dance, everything from strategy, structure, training, performance, and leadership. I'm your host, Vershawn Lee, and today we have a very, very special guest. I cannot wait to introduce you to you guys. And once I start reading the bio, you're gonna be like, oh my God, I already know. Our very special guest today, and it's none other than he's a social media influencer that discusses the good, the bad, and the ugly of HBCU dance. His love for high school and HBCU dance started back in 2009, where he continued where he had continued to love HBCU dance ever since. He then started helping different high school teams at the time with what he knew best. All right, so while in college in 2016, he then started helping Savannah State's basketball dance team called the Officials with a few counts that are still in rotation to this day. Okay. After graduating from Savannah State in 2019, he started creating YouTube videos to indicate what his top HBCU dance teams for that year, and has been a success ever since. Including the dances on his channel was something that he always wanted to achieve. He would interview HBCU dancers and discuss their experiences as an HBCU dancer. He loved HBCU dance teams. Okay, and has financially constructively contributed to HBCU teams in recent years. Y'all, we're going to go ahead and welcome to the room. We got Mr. Morgan. All right. So I want to kind of first, I know you kind of gave a little bit of a background in terms of like how you got started. But let me tell you something crazy. So when you first sent that, I was reading like, so I did the auditions for the Sapphires in
Uh-huh.
2016. So it was kind of cool because when I read, I was like, wait, I was around there at the same time. So yeah, I came in, did his auditions. He was like in transition with coaches and stuff like that. So like,
Hmm.
I'm sure you're familiar with like Taylor and
Yes, I definitely know Miss
Jenny.
Taylor. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so it was funny because I
Well, I
remember when
know
she was
of them. I really like back
okay.
then. I really wasn't like full force,
Uh-huh.
but I knew of them. But I kind of know them now. So yeah,
Of course, of course.
yeah,
So yes, they always talk about 3 degrees of separation. So
right,
we was there at the same daggone time. So I
right.
do want to talk about these YouTube rankings because they're
Okay.
all like popping up everywhere, and you at the top, you at the top, you at the top. So
Oh,
how
thank you.
is that like? How is that like every time somebody's tagging you? Like, how does that make you feel? Like, what
Like
is that for you?
honestly, to be honest, I never thought that it would be a success because like it was just an idea, just something that I would do, weekly. But yeah, I really love it. I love the fact that people love my opinion. People love the fact that, I do this every week. I love the fact that people really trust me with certain things. Now, sometimes I might get a lot of flack. Hey,
Of
I might
course.
get a lot of flack. But everybody's opinion is different. So,
Mhm.
and you have to respect that everybody's opinion is different. A lot of these people, they be talking crazy. I'd be like, and it's still kind of, it still kind of makes me feel away because of how they talk to me or how they try to twist things. I really hate that. But outside of that, I really love what I do. I love all these HBCU dance teams. Like it's so fun to watch because I've been watching for so long. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's fun, definitely
Okay,
fun.
well, look, okay, so real quick, who is they? When you say
Like
they are saying
the audience, like my supporters.
okay, okay, okay. Not like
Yeah.
coaches or anything like that.
No,
We
no, no,
talking
no,
about
not
just
like Coach.
people that are okay, okay, okay. All right, but
Right,
where you
right.
from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Well, Decatur, Georgia. I'll say
Okay,
that.
okay. What high school? Go ahead and represent.
I went to Tucker High School.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I went to Doug
Yes,
High,
ma'am.
so ATL,
Yes.
West Side.
I graduated in 2014 from Tucker High School.
Okay, so You were like, okay, look, I've been watching these teams for a minute, and then now I'm deciding that I'm just gonna start reviewing these teams. Like how did you actually you just hit record one day and was like, bump it, I'm gonna start
So
today?
okay. So let's start there.
Hey everybody, my name is Vershawn Lee, and I got something to tell you. So you better listen, and you better buy it. Let's get into it.
So when I was in college, I got the opportunity. Well, my major was mass communications,
Mm,
and we had to do a documentary style, project. And my project, I wanted to be, I'm always wanted to be different. I love being different. I love being thinking outside the box. That's just me. And it hasn't been done before. So I created a documentary for men in HBCU dance because people don't realize it's a lot of men in HBCU dance.
a
It's a
lot.
lot of men it's a lot of men that create a lot of these counts, a lot of these field shows, a lot of these uniforms. People don't realize that, it's
Hmm.
really, and back then it was really like a lot of the men were like out of the loop. They couldn't be seen. You couldn't say I made that, I made this. But now it's so, you know, um, it's so prevalent. Everybody, I created that, I created, you know what I'm saying? But back then, I created a documentary, about men in HBCU dance. It was the professors loved it. I think I got like a B or something like that. But they loved it because it was different. It was something they never seen before. And then after that, I graduated. My mom was like, "You need to figure out what you want to do," and I'm like, "I don't know what I want to do. I don't like I don't know." So she was like, "I feel like you should do like a podcast." Like, and, and my mom, she didn't even know I danced. She didn't know I danced. She didn't know I liked dance. She didn't know I watched dance. Like she never knew because I just never told her. It was just being gay is kind of hard. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Well, you know. Um, but after that, my mom, she was like, "I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna get you your first camera. I'm gonna get you your backdrop. I'm gonna get everything for you." And I
Oh,
was like,
that's
"Okay,
dope.
cool."
Okay.
I said, "Okay, cool." She started me off, and then after that, I had to figure out what I wrote down exactly what I wanted to talk about on YouTube, and that's
Hmm.
exactly what I'm doing. I love the fact that I created my own lane. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to
Hmm.
do anything that anybody else was doing. You know,
Right.
so that was my main goal, just doing something different. You know.
Let's get
Mhm.
into this squad buddies thing. How did that come about?
So Squad Buddies came about because I was just doing YouTube videos. I think that was like around the time that I first started. It was like October-ish. And when I started it, a lot of people was like, "We want like a group chat. We want to be able to connect with you. We want to be able to talk to you. We want to be able to, just converse or whatever." And I was like, at first it started in Group Me, and I didn't realize that it would get as bad as it did. But Group Me was kinda bad. It really was,
I'm
and I didn't
sure.
realize it. I didn't realize it because I can't regulate what people are gonna say. I don't know what
Yeah.
people are gonna say. I can't even delete anything that somebody's gonna say, you know? So, it was just like, once I hit it through GroupMe, people started loving it, and then, it was a lot of mess going on, so I had to move it from GroupMe to Facebook because it was just a lot. I was deleting a lot of people. It was a lot. But then once Facebook came up, it was a whole lot easier for me to like we can, post videos. We can because on GroupMe we were doing like tryouts. It was like mini tryouts for me. And I would kind of like whoever tried out, I would kind of make a fake team. It was just something fun. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I was
okay.
young. It was just something fun, like, "Oh, you made the team. That's cute. You made the team." It was like that. And then we kind of moved everything to Facebook, like all the tryouts and everything. But we can do it in a thread, which
Uh-huh,
was so
uh-huh.
much easier, so much better. You can go back to it, you can see it, all that. Um, and then after that, yeah, it's just been a success, honestly.
Okay, let me tell you how I even found out. Okay, so the crazy thing was I went to get my hair braided one day. And
Hmm.
the girl that braids my hair, she's a community. Her and her mom on a community team, probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and she was
Mhm.
like, "We're gonna watch. I gotta catch up." And I was like, she was like, "I gotta catch up on this show," and I was like, "What show?" So she turns on the YouTube. She was like, "You ain't heard this?" I was like, "No." So so we watched it and I was like, "This is crazy." Like, because it was such a great idea. Nobody's having these types of conversations. You know what I mean? So
Right,
everybody in
right,
silo is like, "Oh my God." So you might make a post here and a post there, but like not a community of people that understand, you know? So it was
right,
like
exactly.
crazy to see. I was like, "Oh, okay,
Mhm.
like real time feed. That's okay." I mean, well, of course, it's not
Yeah,
real time because we ain't at the game, but at
right.
least what I'm saying, you dropping the clips. I was like, "This is so dope." So ever since then, I was hooked. So I was like,
Yeah, it's so like people don't realize squad buddies might be squad buddies might be a place where we be real. Like this is a real place. Like we
Mhm,
talk the real stuff. We talk about hair, makeup, uniforms, field routine. We talk about everything. And a lot of people don't realize a lot of this stuff that we talk about, a lot of these girls really take it and they run with it. Like they
mhm.
really run a uniform idea. They'll take it from squad buddies intro idea, they'll take it from squad. Like it's so much great positive things that come out of squad buddies
Mhm.
that people don't realize because oh, it's always in something negative, but it's really not negative for real. Like people that's outside won't ever understand what's going on inside. You get what I'm
Well, just the
saying?
community in general, like, when you talk
Hmm.
about, like, say, auxiliary dance, HBCU dance, majorette, whatever
Right.
you wanna call these things. When you talk when you talk about them with people who don't know anything about it, it's like, "Mhm, yep."
Hmm.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
sometimes
Very
like they might
surface
get they
level.
right, they might get like a bit like a small bit of what happened, not the whole thing, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? They might just get half the story. I don't like that, I really hate that, it really irritates me, but yeah.
So, where do you think you really wanna take it? What is, like, your core mission and, like, what we gonna do with this?
Honestly, I don't know. I just go with the flow, whatever comes, come, when I have ideas, it just pops up, I might do it, even with interviews, when I started doing interviews,
Mhm.
when I started doing interviews, that was just the idea that I had in my head because it was just like, we don't really get a chance to really connect with a lot of these girls.
Right.
And a lot of these girls, they have fans and they really want to talk. They really want to be able to communicate with one another. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm like the barrier between the fans and also like the dancers as well. So I'm like the middleman in a sense, in a way.
Mhm, mhm,
That's how I
mhm.
feel, you
Yeah.
know. As far as like the future, I would love to be able to have my own segment somewhere. I would love to have my own, but when it comes to HBCU dance, it's kind of hard because a lot of people don't like males being able to judge it, because we're not out there. You know what I'm saying? So and that's kind of a hard place that I'm in, you know.
Well,
Um
the crazy thing in terms of the males though, on the concert side of dance, that's fine.
mhm,
Like it's
right.
perfectly fine. It's normal. But
Yeah.
on this side, HBCU dance side and
Totally
the
different.
concert side, separate things. So I gotta run this concert program over here and I'm gonna have to turn this off because it's a lot of noise and I can't keep
Yep.
up. And during that time, that's also how I didn't even see you come on the scene because I was over there. But
Right.
with the males, it's still like it's a drastic difference. And so
Yep.
I just think it's unfortunate. I've even somebody recently said to me, we were at like a battle of the bands, and it was like it's a lot of it was a high school battle of the bands, and it was like it's a lot of men coaching these teams. Of course, this
Yep.
is coming from a male, and I'm like,
Right.
yeah, I think you're doing a great job of like
Thank you.
putting yourself out there in terms of like this is what men are capable of doing, but the bigger picture of like so then how can you take this platform and like propel that whole male thing
But
forward so that
and then a lot of people don't realize like a lot of these teams don't get a lot of coverage either. So you have
Mhm.
like these smaller teams that, like a South Carolina State or Passionettes. You might have those smaller teams that don't get that don't get a lot of exposure, that don't get a
Mhm.
lot of views. But then when you have somebody like me who actually reviews a lot of these dance teams every single week, you get
Mhm.
people that, oh, I love Passionettes. Oh, I love Sophisticated Ladies. Oh, I love this team. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a big exposure thing, for me.
Do you find it hard to like be honest, like the balance of like being honest in your reviews and like
Yes.
trying to be respectful at the same
And
time?
I'm glad you brought this up. I'm glad because let me tell you,
If you're an auxiliary or community dance line coach, maybe a sponsor, advisor, coordinator, if you're in charge of the girls and guys, go ahead and hit the link below and join our major coaches network. See you over there.
when I first started YouTube, it's totally different of how I do it now. Like when I started, I was so ruthless. Like I had to change. I had to change so much my verbiage. I'm still really honest. I am, but it's just the way I say it.
Mhm.
Um I try not to be I try not to be discrediting. I try to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? And I try not to be so negative, nitpicky. I try my best not to, but if I don't like something, I'm gonna say it. I'm
Okay.
gonna say it. That's just me. That's just me. But beginning Morgan is totally. This is not the same. I used to cut. Well, I still curse, but I used to go in. I had to tone it down. I literally had to tone it down.
Okay, has a coach ever approached you?
As far as like negatively,
Uh, yeah, like, you saying something and they like, mm.
not really.
Okay,
Like I
okay,
go to
okay.
these games. I go to these games. Like I'm cool with a lot of sponsors. I'm cool with a lot of. I'm cool with a lot of the girls. Yeah, I wouldn't. I've had. I wouldn't say it was an incident, but a sponsor looked at me real weird. But outside of that, no.
Oh, she ain't like
Outside of
what you
that, no.
said that week.
Oh,
She ain't
she
like it.
definitely don't like me. I know it. She
She was
hates my
like,
guts.
"No, no, 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 no.
She
How
hates
dare
my guts,
you?"
and it's okay.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the rankings. So we released those, and I know you put in the squad buddies the categories, and you was like, "Hey, am I missing something? Whatever, whatever." So people
Mhm.
was like,
Mhm.
"Some ain't right with this," because people don't read. But
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was last year.
I'm like,
I
chill out.
posted from last year. I'm talking about categories here. I just wanna know, is this the right categories? Like, what do y'all wanna know? Like,
Should
come
you
on now.
add something? Like, come on.
Right, right.
He was
This
polling
is from
people
last
and
year.
they on something else. They talking about the
Right.
rankings. All right. So what are the top three? Because I don't want to get into because they're gonna have to go over there and check it out. We're gonna talk a little bit about the categories, but we're not gonna talk so much about the rankings because they need to go check it out for themselves and process. But what were the top three like surprises to you?
The top 3 surprises?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, I didn't have too many. Ooh, that Stingate versus Motion Goes. That was the big surprise.
That was eating the people up.
Baby, when I tell you Motion came in there and they let half, I
Did.
felt so bad. Like, and it really felt like it was an attack. I will keep saying it. It felt like it was an attack on one person and not even just the team. But that's none of my business. My other one, ooh, when GG's
Uh-huh.
went to Motion House
Uh-huh.
and dug in that, I said, yeah, they needed that. They needed that. GG's needed that for sure. And then
Okay, wait,
my
wait, wait. Let me get this right. You said the GGs went to motion. And are you
uh-huh.
saying the GGs won or you saying the motion won?
GG's won. They tapped
Okay,
that.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, they tapped that real bad. And then what's another
I
hot
disagree,
moment?
but okay.
You did. Oh, okay.
Well, okay, so
Go ahead.
I think I disagree, and probably it's probably due to style.
Okay.
Um, because I felt and it really to me boiled down to when they did the whole like it was like stand routine versus stand routine. And first of all, the
Yeah.
stand routines are taking me out nowadays because It's some teams been doing that for a long time, and they had like this just came out. So, so now that everybody's doing them because they're popular, some teams have been living by that. That's all they have for all the songs. There's a stand routine for all the songs.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it came down to the stand routines for me, and I just felt like motions were cleaner. I think.
Mhm.
And to me, it's hard when it's a lot of things. I like the moving parts and like the different sections and different people doing things, but it wasn't enough together for me to know if it was cleaned or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was kind of like sprinkled in and out. So I think that's where the difference came in to me. I can see they look more motion look more rehearsed to me and
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
we put this together last night or we changed it right before the game type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I think
So
that was the difference for me.
so for me, when it comes to Golden Girls have been doing stand routines every single game since like I want to say 2011. Literally, they've been doing stand routines every game pretty much. They might do two, they might do three. It just depends. Um, as far as for that game specifically, it was entertainment for me.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, when I tell you I was thoroughly entertained by the Golden Girls, I was really entertained. And then not only that, it was like they gave us so many different things, and then Motion they did a whole it was like paying homage to a year that was I think it was Kayla King's um freshman year. I think was it freshman
Mhm.
or was it? It was either Kayla King's freshman or sophomore year, but it was like paying homage. Like one of the San routines was paying homage to, that. And I really didn't want to see that again. It was cute. It was cute.
Okay. Oh, like they
Don't get me
ran it
wrong. It was
back. They
cute.
ran it back,
Right. They
basically.
ran it
Okay,
back,
okay, okay,
but
okay.
they modified it, added some new things. It was cute, but I didn't really want to see that again. However, when it comes to Gigi, they came in. They did what they had to. They really played Motion's game. They
Mm,
played because
mm,
motion will give you 3 and 4 snare routines. GG's gave you 5 snare routines and they was out. That was it.
mm, mm, mm,
You
mm.
know? That was I mean, it was I wish it wasn't so snare routine heavy. However, I can't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do any I complain every freaking week. I get so tired of seeing snare routine. So tired. I'm like, damn, we gotta see another one? I wanna see count for count.
What on your rankings? What makes it like strong? Like what do you consider like this is good? Like what makes a team like this is solid? Gives you like a solid team overall.
Cleanliness, cleanliness, definitely entertainment. It's all in the count selection. I gotta it's for me, I have to feel you. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I have to
Mhm. Mhm.
feel the performance. I have to feel what you I have to buy what you're selling me. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
if you can't persuade me to buy your product, I don't want it. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Okay,
So
who gotta sell it? Who gotta sell it to you? The captain or the whole
the
team?
whole team.
Okay. Okay.
But like I said, if I can't feel it,
Uh-huh.
then I mean you can look as good as possible. You can be the cleanest as a whistle. But if I can't feel that performance, it does nothing for me, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. How do you select what games you going to actually see it in
How do
person?
I feel it? Sometimes it's like on the cusp. Sometimes it's like it depends on the rivalry. Like a MCC, I might go. It depends on the year. I didn't go this year, but normally I would go to MCC, but I didn't go this year. I didn't go to a lot of games this year. But it just really depends on the rivalry. I really want to branch out though. I really want to go to other schools. I really go to like traveling costs. That's one thing. Traveling costs a
Okay.
lot of money.
I hear a lot
A
of the
lot of money.
videographers saying that. And then
It
now they
costs
making them pay to go to the
right.
games and for media passes. So they
Bogus.
like, yeah, I'm good.
Bogus. Bull crap.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm a local person, so if I can get to you within 4 to 5 hours, I can go. If it's over that, I don't want to go. I might catch a plane, but it has to be for a right reason.
Mhm.
It has to be for a good reason. Like you gotta be dominating. You gotta be eating it for me.
Okay, what about the little teams though? Like,
I want
how
like
are
okay.
you? Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
We're just gonna say
I'm
you
so used
spilling
to.
something.
Hey, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask you in general, like, how were you? And I know the footage is an issue. Like, a lot of times you probably want a review, but if you ain't got nothing to review, right? Ain't no
Right.
video, then how and you weren't
Right.
there, there's no way to show and prove. You know what I mean? So I think
Exactly.
that's also a
Exactly.
downfall of a lot of the teams. It's hard for them to get in the mix or to be a part of the conversation if they don't
Right.
have anything out there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And for them to be a part of a platform like yours, and to then, you know, for other people to have discussions about, there has to be something.
Yeah.
So how do you, if
A
when they
lot of
pop up, how do
times,
you go about, like, okay, bringing them into the fold?
right. A lot of times, I'm subscribed to a lot of channels on YouTube. Like I'm subscribed to a lot of small teams, a lot of big teams. It really just depends on what comes on Sunday. When I see it, I'm gonna grab it. Okay, that's how it is on a Sunday. Because normally Saturday, that's the game. Sunday, when it's posted, I grab it. However, a lot of these teams, they don't get a lot of coverage. Sometimes they might privately send it to me. They
Mm,
might,
okay.
find a way. They gonna find a way to send it. They're gonna find a way, you know. Um, but a lot of these teams really want to be seen more. Like I keep telling it. What's that dance team? Uh, Clark Atlanta. Was it Clark? No, not Clark.
Clark is
Morehouse.
Essence.
Morehouse.
Oh,
Morehouse.
Spellman.
Morehouse.
Mahogany in motion.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
mahogany emotion. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling the captain, I'm like, hey, I need y'all to give me some videos because
They
y'all look
got
so
footage
good.
though. They got
They
footage.
have footage. They have footage, but I think it's somebody's parent. Like I feel like a lot of these teams need like somebody that's a part of the school that's
Uh-huh.
actually like videographers that can actually do something. You get what I'm saying? Like that's why you have a mass communication department. That's why you have all of these different things because I mean, if you want to be in videography, do it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Do it as a what do they call it?
Like an
Uh, uh
internship, something like that.
yeah, like an
Mhm.
internship, like something like that. Learn how to edit. You got to be hands on. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what I had to do. I had to do it for my high school team. You get what I'm saying? So I might not get paid for it, but at the same time, I'm getting the experience.
Mhm.
Um, um, outside of that, like they'll just privately send it to me, and I'll just upload it. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. I'ma say it. So
Well,
that's how
okay,
I do it.
okay. What does the actual quality of the footage matter? Like the quality of the video? Not necessarily the
Sometimes,
dancing, but like if they send you a
like
video.
if it's fuzzy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. I try to work with what I can.
Mhm.
Because I really want to get a lot of these teams out. It could be grainy. I get it. Everybody don't have the best quality camera. Um, but I try to still push through with the footage because I know they even with the grainy videos they might be eating down. You know
True.
what I'm saying? So I give them that opportunity. I give them that opportunity to like really push it.
You put in the squad buddies and you said, "Hey, is this what it need to be? Did you add anything? Did anybody give any meaningful
Nope.
feedback?" Okay.
No.
Okay, so let's start with what we got there. All right. So based on what you prepared and have, you know, published or whatever, you got consistency and growth. Okay, so
Mhm.
what does that mean to you?
How were you consistent throughout the whole entire season?
Whole
How
season.
did your
Okay.
Right. How did your freshman, because I don't want to say the other word, how did your freshman really be consistent too? Like a lot of the freshmen sometimes they might start off bad and then
Mhm.
they might just, be 10 times better. You know what I'm saying? So how did you and your team really be consistent? How did y'all grow as a team?
Okay. We got musicality. Now I'm gonna tell you, I judged a competition one time, and musicality was on the score sheet, and I judged based on the musicality, but the coach's perspective of what that meant was something different for from what I ever knew. So
Hmm.
so now I'm curious, what exactly do you mean by musicality? Because I was
So,
confused here.
and I don't want to pinpoint anybody, because I can, but I don't want to do that. I will
Okay.
in the review or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to count selection, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing a if you're doing a if the song is fast, no, if the song is slow, but you're doing a fast count, that's is something there that's not gonna work with me. Like that's like it's all in the count selection. Like you have to categorize your counts.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people don't understand you have to categorize your counts. You got fast, you might have medium, but can you put that medium with that? You know what I'm saying? Like
Uh-huh.
that's
Uh-huh.
how I look at it. How can you give me a good count selection without messing, not necessarily messing up, but like it has to flow.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You get what I'm saying? It has to flow with the music. It has to go with the music. You know, that's just how I look at it.
Like the feel of the music, because I don't even understand how you can be moving
Right,
fast to the slow song. Like that's confusing.
right.
And now I
A lot,
can't match the
yeah.
two. And instead of me watching the whole time, I'm trying to figure out why you're doing it. So I didn't see
Right.
none
Why
of it.
are you why are you throwing a slow count to a fast song? That is crazy to me.
Now, I mean, now I will say sometimes you got certain counts that musically it makes sense to do milk it
Yeah.
and stuff like that, especially if the song starts slow and you know the song as a captain, you know the music and you can do
Mhm.
that. But when then sometimes the music change and you in the middle of this slow count and it then sped up. So again, that's a
Mhm.
part of like, knowing the music. So I think it's just a matter of like knowing your music and being
Yeah.
able to execute
Exactly.
is almost knowing when the band director say we playing this song, you know exactly what that is.
Right.
And that way you
Right.
can start on count one because
Mhm.
like I made a post about like if it ain't on the first beat, I don't even want it. Cause what we waiting
Right.
for? The
Right.
music has
Right.
started. Okay.
Right.
Come on, girl. I need
We are
something.
on the song been going on for the past 32 counts.
So
Why are
what are
we
we
not
doing?
moving?
Exactly. So yes, I feel you on that. All right, now this entertainment value. What is that?
Mhm. Entertainment, how can you entertain me? How can you wow me? What did you do differently
Mm.
than last year? Or what did you do differently than this year, earlier this year or later? It varies. It really varies. But I'm an entertainment. I love entertainment. How can you entertain me? You can kind of mess up here and there. I'm not a big how can I put it when it comes to mess ups? I'm not too big on mess ups because every team's gonna mess up.
Mhm.
Every single motion gonna mess up. GG's gonna mess up. J6 gonna mess up. It is what it is. However, how can you um how can you entertain me? You know,
Okay. The wow factor that it's
right? The wow
give me
factor. But
something
how?
to mouth on
But
the shit on the
also
floor.
right. But also, how can you be different? How can you push the boundary?
Mm.
You get yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then we got creativity.
Yep.
That's a
Um,
you
for
got that
me, when it comes
separate.
to
So
yeah, when it comes to creativity, like how can you be creative? How can you think outside the box of certain counts? Right now, a area of we're in an area of remixing counts. I hate it.
well, I mean, because I mean, all the counts been done. Like the steps been done.
Right, right. I should not be seeing, especially if it's still in rotation. I should not be seeing moves from this count right here that y'all already have into this new 16. No.
Okay, let me ask you this because I've been curious. Now, this is what be taking me out. How the hell do y'all
Let's
even
see.
know? How do y'all know? Like, I guess it's maybe like any subject matter or anything, but it's like y'all know this
Hmm.
count from that count. What happened 10 years
Because
ago? How do you know? It's a lot
yep,
of steps done happen.
yep. You have to be in it. You really have to be in it. If you're not in it, you're never gonna understand. You're never gonna get it. But once you're in it, you're in it. You get it. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm saying it correctly,
I,
but
I
you
guess
gotta be in it.
I just can't keep up. I mean, from knowing the steps to the girls
Hmm.
and like who
When
was
you've been
under
watching,
who, and then
mhm,
these
yes,
this
when you've been
lineage
watching
and
for
then
so
this.
long, When you be watching for so long, you'll get it once you watch it. For me, for instance, I've been watching J Sets because I'm definitely a J Set fan. I've been
Okay.
watching the J Sets since like I said 2009. I really didn't get into it until like 2012, and then I started like learning their counts. I started learning who was the captain. I started learning who made what count. I started learning all like it just people just talk and I just absorb. You get what I'm saying? And I just soak it in and I just keep it.
I mean, that messed me up every time when people be like, yeah, so and so
Hmm.
made it, and this is okay. How many they wore this uniform? I'd be like, in 2006, what? Time out.
Yep. Yep.
That takes me
Yep.
out. Okay, so
Them
that's how
YouTube
you.
videos help. Hmm.
So based on all of that is how you know if they've been creative, like out of the box with it, because
Yep.
you know
And
from.
sometimes the girls might tell me like, "Oh, I created this count, I did that count, I did," and then I'll remember like, "Oh, that's JK count, or that's Priscilla count, or that's Charlotte count." You know what I'm saying? Like I'll remember it. It's like repetition in a sense. Yeah.
I don't even remember my counts. I don't even if I yeah, I don't even know. If I saw it, I wouldn't know if I made it up or not. That's this my memory ain't even that
Lord.
good. So that's what I
Hmm.
like, huh? Okay, so we got cleanliness. And this is my favorite category right here.
Hmm.
So what do you
Oh, you
determine
want me?
is clean? Yeah, we talk, we gonna break down all these categories. So when they go over
Um,
there and take a look, they know exactly where we going. What you going where you going with
look
it.
at look at motion. That's all I can say.
That whole boom, boom, boom. I
Right,
said, "Ooh,
right. Look at motion.
that's
That's
the
that's
one.
that's all I need to say. That's all I need to say. Watch
Even
motion.
down to the
Literally.
levels. Like I want it here, here, here. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Danny is doing a damn good job. Damn good job. She
And
knows exactly
I
what she's
also
doing.
love how she created her own way and not, a lot of people they'll come from a team and they take
Yeah.
that and then put that somewhere else. Like I like the way she
Right.
created her own lane with it. Like this is my
Right.
personal
And
style.
even down to, when she came in, like she was just cleaning the girls up. She really didn't make a lot of stuff up until like maybe a little bit later, but she was really just cleaning the girls up. Like
Hmm.
literally a lot of those counts that y'all be seeing, Danny didn't make that up. A lot of those counts was already there.
Like
She just
traditional.
made them
Hmm.
look. She just like Kayla King. She just It makes you feel. It makes it feel different, but it's the exact same count. It's all in the execution. You
Mm.
know.
Mhm, mhm. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get into the difficulty and the execution.
Hmm. When it comes to difficulty in execution, how can you execute? Like, how can you make your feels elevate? Um, and be not necessarily different, but how can you make those stunts um be difficult and not like what you've already done? You get what I'm
Uh-huh,
saying?
uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Now,
how I
okay,
look
but
at
let me ask you this though, because I guess there to me it's a little bit of discrepancy. So like, do you when you say execution, do you mean the execution of the difficulty, or are you talking about execution and
yes, the
difficulty
execution
in
of
general?
yeah,
Oh,
the
okay,
first
gotcha. Okay. Going into my favorite, the feels.
yes.
What they gotta be doing on these field shows for you to
On these
for them to
field
get a
shows, let me tell you
10?
something. Go watch the J Sets, bro. J Sets 2025. Maybe they've been eating down when it comes to the field shows. It's all about the nostalgia. It's all about how can you give me new and old at the same time. It's all in how you can, like I said, sell it. Like if you can elevate every field show and give me multiple, like more than five field shows in a season. Oh baby, I'm here.
Mm. Now you said
I'm
something with
here.
that. Okay.
And you eat it every single time. Like if you go watch Lily, the execution on Lily is sickening. I'm sorry. She eats.
For
I'm
me, it's
sorry.
something about okay, so when I watch the GGs and and Jackson, and the J sets, I think about like because I mean now I'm a technical girl, okay? So
Right.
that bucket thing was like all new to me. for real.
Right.
When I first entered into the HBCU world, I was like, "So what we doing? Oh, we gotta okay." Now I done some hip hop and jazz. I can do it, but it wasn't in my blood like some of these girls where that's all they've been doing.
Right.
So it was interesting to watch. I'm like, well, this is different. I like it. It's very athletic.
Mhm.
It's just a different style, and I think it goes for preference.
A lot of people don't realize, like, well, they're starting to realize, but J-Sets and GGs, they are totally 2 different styles, literally 2 total different styles, and a lot of people just don't get it, they don't see it, but when you're like I said, when
Cause
you're
you
in
you
it,
see my
you'll
face. I'm
definitely.
like, what?
Yeah, yeah. They are totally different, especially back in back in the day, like that you would see them do the same counts, but the execution is totally different.
Mm.
Execution, the details, the hands, totally different,
Now I gotta
totally
go
different.
study.
You gotta be in it. Yep, you gotta study.
Obviously, every school has their particular things that they do. So I know they have
Right.
certain things. I know what those certain things are, but I categorize them together because of the style and the bucking whole
Hmm.
thing.
They have
That
similarities.
yeah, a lot of similarities. So I think that's why I just
Hmm.
kind of like put them side by side. Definitely place them
Hmm.
over here in comparison to say mahogany or golden delight or like they those are drastic
Yeah.
differences.
When you think about I actually agree with Kamisha in a lot of ways. I don't know if you know Kamisha, she was the golden girl.
Hmm.
GG's, they don't dance in a box at all. They don't dance in a box at all. They dance outside the box. J sets are started to dance outside the box. They're starting to. Well, yeah, in recent years they've started to. But J sets really dance in a box. They really do. And it's just a part of their style. That's just
Hmm.
J sets, you know. When I say dance in a box, you got this count, boom, pop, pop, but you're in a box. You
Hmm.
got GGs, they're actually moving within their count. You get what I'm saying? Like they're moving over to the left. They might be moving to the right. They might be, you know what I'm
You're
saying? They
right.
might be doing stuff like that. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's how I look at it. Kamisha's definitely right, but that's how I look
Okay.
at it.
Because when the J sets hit that liturgical dance, I said, well, oh, that's what we doing. Okay,
Hmm.
that was
Yeah,
nice. That was
yeah.
that was
That
refreshing.
was versatile. That was
Yeah.
versatile. Yeah.
You got stands. Now we already know what you
Right.
mean by that. But I mean, are you because we've been talking about stands. So like in this particular category, I see you got
Hmm.
overall, but are you saying just is this the where it's just about their selection with the count
It's
selection?
about selection, it's about the look, it's about mainly selection for the most part,
Okay.
selection. Yeah.
Okay. And then the showmanship.
Mhm.
Is this showmanship in the stands or this is overall?
Overall,
Okay.
overall showmanship. Mhm.
All right. And then we got appearance.
Yes, ma'am. Uniforms, makeup, hair, all of the above.
Are you a
Literally,
fan
all
of
of the
the hair
above.
looking alike? Does it matter if it look alike or not?
I'm indifferent about it. I feel like some teams, like for J6, you don't have to have the same exact look. But for motion, you may have to have the exact same look because it just looks more cohesive. It just really all depends on what the team really gives, honestly.
When you say uniforms, what makes it a bad uniform?
Stitching, oh my God, stitching, the concept, um, the yeah, stitching concept might be the cut, might be the color, it might be how you accessorize it, it might be how you it's a lot of factors. It's a lot of factors. Um, yeah, yeah. It's really all in the execution though. It's honestly all in the execution.
Okay.
And not only that, how can you keep it within your style?
Mm, okay.
Don't be trying to do something that y'all don't normally do. I
Okay.
mean, you can, but just don't make it look like theirs that they've already been doing for years.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay, so then I hear y'all talk about the something they bring back. Okay, get this out the closet and bring this back.
Ooh.
How you know it's still
Mhm.
in the closet?
Sometimes they'll tell me, but sometimes a lot of people might not know. They might just be like, "Oh, we really want this uniform back," but they might not have it. They might just have a select few. They might just have. It just really depends. You just gotta ask. Honestly, they'll tell you. They'll care.
So, but have you seen where, like, y'all make requests and stuff like that in Squad Buddies, and I'm
Mhm.
saying y'all because I'm in there, but I ain't making no requests because I don't even know all of that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know the
Yeah.
history stuff to be making any requests of such. But
Mhm.
I see a lot of people are talking about the uniforms and like what they want to see. Have you seen where they'll listen and like bring it back? Because I
Oh,
think it's
for
some coaches up
sure.
in there.
For
I think the
sure. For
coaches be in there, they
sure.
don't say nothing.
Oh yeah, they in there. Baby, let me tell you something. They all in there. They want to make sure that first nobody's saying anything negatively. They want to make
Exactly.
they get like I said, they get ideas from squad buddies. A lot of these uniforms that we saw this year, it came from AI from squad buddies. Okay, I'm dead for it. I'm dead serious. Yes, I actually recently I asked for a certain uniform for dolls and they actually brought it back. And I was like, okay, cool. Okay, cool, yes. But a lot of times, like I said, they may not have enough, or some of the girls might not be able to fit it, or it just really depends, honestly. But it's a lot of especially for dolls, like they have a lot of new uniforms that have not even touched. I'm like, dang, y'all just wore it one time. I want to see it again.
Now, did I
Hmm.
miss anything? I don't know if this is cut off, so I just want to make sure.
Um,
Um,
you have I added total. Like, what's the score, basically? How did well this year I'm doing A through F. Like, if you
mhm.
got an A, you got an A. If you got a B, C, D, E,
Oh, they
F.
get a grade?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
What are your projections for next year? Who do you
Hmm.
see is going to enter the chat for next time?
Ooh. It really depends on captain, and we really don't know captain right now. Um, I feel like honestly, I feel like Lily, since she's a 2 year. I feel like she's gonna turn it up. I definitely feel like she's gonna turn it up next season
How come we didn't talk about the divas this year?
because they don't get a lot of coverage. They don't have a lot of videography. The main times we get a chance to see divas is MCC because they have the actual cameras on them. You know, a
Um,
lot of times we might miss a lot of games because they might not have went, but a lot of these teams don't have that budget. Like um, Bethune Cookman, they don't
I
have
was just
that
gonna
big
ask you about
budget.
them too.
Mhm. They don't have that big budget to travel. For instance, this is a great the M4GGs. They were supposed to go against Motion of the Ocean. M4GGs this season really was eating. Like they ate this season.
Okay.
Pine Bluff, they ate this season.
Mm,
But if they would have went to Motion, I think it would have been a great, great, great battle because when Pine Bluff went against GG's, that was a straight tie. They was going tit for tat. You know what I'm saying? So it's really all in the budget. It's all in the budget, honestly. And I really wish they would, pick it up, but everybody don't got it. Everybody don't got it.
the presidents have to see the investment, you know what I mean, in order to
Yep.
provide that for them to be able to go. Because I remember shoot at
Hmm.
Morris Brown, man, please. We was pulling up, we traveled everywhere. And when we pulled up, we
Exactly.
would always do a high school game the day before. We always did. We would get there,
Hmm.
we would do a high school game that Friday, and then we would perform, do our game that Saturday or whatever. But we went everywhere.
Hmm.
Same thing, South Carolina State, everywhere. I remember we used to get a per diem. I know we spent
Yep.
about $30 a day, or whatever, and
Hmm.
buy a little food and stuff. I mean, it was a whole like thing. And nowadays that ain't the case.
It costs.
Let's get into like these trends. What do you
Hmm.
think the trends are for this season? And how do you see, them going next season?
Um, the trends this season, I would have to say stand routines for sure. That's definitely a trend.
Right.
And motion, and I blame motion for a lot of that. However, I would say like oversaturated counts. Like a lot of the counts are being, it's too many details. It's so many details, and it's losing the style. And I
Hmm.
hate that. I miss the simple eight counts. However, I get, evolving and
Hmm.
moving forward. I get it, but it still has to feel like the specific style. It has to. Like I
And
don't.
I
A
also
lot of
feel
these scenes I
like
don't feel it.
the more intricate count sometimes it takes away from the finesse
Right.
because I can only be so sexy doing one and two and you know what I'm saying? It's like at
Mm-hmm.
what point am I gonna have time to I don't have
Right.
time because I gotta
Yeah.
whip and go and dot da
Yep.
da. You know,
It's
it's
so
like
many
I
freaking
need
details.
yeah. So
So
to
many
simplify
details.
it a little bit so that they have time to really show
Like for
so give
instance,
more
oh,
pictures, so to speak.
I was so freaking pissed. Okay. So like it was one count that the J says do, and they added this extra move at the end. And I'm like, why would you move your hip to the left when you have to still go into it? Like it just didn't make sense. Like so I'm doing it my way. I don't care anymore. I'm gonna do it my way. It's because we got practice for Houston or something. And I gotta figure out how we gonna do it because baby, I don't like it. Just doesn't make sense. You know?
Well, speaking of Houston, speaking of that, why
Yeah.
are you okay? So you've had your event, right? The book, what was
Hmm.
it called? The Buck
Buck
Invasion.
invasion.
You had that in Atlanta before.
Yep, I've had it. This is, well, 2026 will be my fifth year.
So what made you have that in Houston?
So I just like different. I had it in Atlanta for 3 years, and they were all successes. And a lot of people they can't travel. A lot of people can't go to Atlanta. A lot of people
Mhm.
can't go to Houston. A lot of people can't go to these different places. So everybody's like, come here, and I'm like, is it worth it? Like, but when I tell you Houston was worth it, like we all had such a great time. We still talking about it to this day, and this was like 4 months ago.
A YouTube creator and all these millions of people, and they know you and or think they know you. When you're out in
Yeah.
public, how do you feel about, like the people approaching you and stuff like that?
I'm not I'm not one of those like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to. I'm all open. Like I speak, I say, hey, people hug. Like I went to the motion versus singing game. I got so much freaking love, but I embraced it. I really embraced it. I just gave everybody a hug or gave everybody the pictures they wanted. It's just I'm grateful. That's what
Mhm,
it is. I'm
mhm.
really grateful for the platform that I have. And I really love the fact that I can touch so many different people. I can make so many people laugh. I can make so many people feel like they agree with me. They might not agree with me. You know, I just love being able to touch people. I love being able to like, you know, just communicate.
Now, okay, do you do this full time?
No, I also work.
Okay.
So yeah, I also work. So this is part time. Both jobs are part time. So
Okay. In terms of how you create the videos, how long does it actually take you and like what's your process for making them?
it depends because when it comes to making videos, I might can do a battle. It might take me like an hour. But those weekly rankings that we watch every week, baby,
Mhm.
those take about 3 or 4 hours. And on top of exporting it out. So because I have to type in the names, I have to make sure that I have, and sometimes I'll be messing up. Hey, I'm a one man show. I'm a one man show. So it's like you might get a lot of mess ups, you might not. But however, it takes a lot of time sometimes. Sometimes I can just do it in like an hour. It just really depends.
So okay, so your process, you said Sunday, you drop all the video, you grab all the videos on Sunday, and
Yep.
then
Hmm.
boom, Monday you start recording.
Monday I start recording. Sometimes I might do it sporadically. Sometimes I might have to clip myself in somewhere. I might have I might have a late team come in. I might have to clip myself in. I might have to be like, okay, let me go back. That's why I wear a lot of black shirts. A lot of people don't realize. Yes, I
Because
wear
it
black
might be
shirts
another day.
every video because it might be another day. But I try to make it look cohesive. However, it
That's
just
smart.
and
That's
I
smart.
don't. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people be trying to get me about wearing black shirts. I love black shirts. I really don't like white shirts. I don't like any clothing that's white. That's just me. I don't like anything that gets dirty. That's just me. you know,
Okay, so boom,
makes sense.
you start shooting on Monday. Another team come in, you like, oh, I gotta include them. So boom, you pop that
Right,
in there. Could be another day when you shoot that. Now you gotta
right.
edit that in, and then you go ahead and then you gotta, So by the time, when do you drop your videos? Do you have a schedule?
So yep, I try my best. I try my best to hit every Tuesday as far as weekly ranking.
That's a
I
fast
well,
turnaround. Dang.
yeah, yeah, I try my best. Like I be going, I be going, I be going. But yeah, it just really depends. Really all it just depends. That's another thing. A lot of people they be like, "Oh my God, I love the fact that you just give it to us like the next day." Like it might be a J Set versus Stingette video that just came out a few hours ago. I'm on it. I'm on it because
So you will review like a one video, like a one off.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And that's why a lot of my supporters really support me because I really push. I push. I try to
Mm.
push. You know.
All right. So then what about in the off season? It's no more games. So then that's
hmm
when you do your calls, your incoming calls.
Child, I've been slacking on incoming calls because it just, child, it's. I love doing incoming calls, but at the same time, I feel like it causes a lot of things. As far as content goes, I try to ask my audience, I'm like, hey, anybody in squad this, I'll be like, hey, what y'all want to see? They might want to see uniform, hot or not. They might want to see something totally different. They might give me a suggestion. Oh, Morgan, I can see you doing this, and I might implement it. I
Okay.
I really utilize my community for my videos because I feel like they have great ideas, just like I have great ideas. So I try to infuse those two things. Like I said, you might get a hot or not, you might get a battle, a sister battle, like who a Gabby versus Micah, or a Princess versus Zai, or just stuff like that. It just really depends on what people want to see.
Is there a
hmm
video idea that you've had that you haven't done yet? Or something you're gonna
No,
release to us? No?
No, it's things that I've done before that I want to keep doing that I just don't never go back to. Like for instance, it was one segment where I had basically going from when you first started dancing all the way to your collegiate,
Mhm.
from when you were young to when you're now, you know. I've been kind of slacking on that, but it's kind of hard, kind of, collaborating with the dancers because sometimes they might not have pictures, or sometimes they may not have certain things, or, yeah, and decade videos. When decade videos came out, they love those decade videos. They still watch it to this day. They love watching those decade videos because I go back from whatever a decade is. This
Mhm.
is what the decade looked like. I might give each year a name. I might give
But now hold
it's
on, is this
really
for like one team or you saying
yeah, it's for
decade just what
team.
everybody's doing?
No, one team. Like
Okay, okay.
I did the Dolls, GG's, J Sets, Stingets, like all of them. I really want to do Black Foxes. I did the Divas, and I also did Passionates. I really want to do Foxes next. Because they have a great lineage. They really have a great lineage.
Hold on. Speaking of the passionettes, what
hmm
have you seen Fort Valley's dolls?
Oh yes, I have. Love those girls. They eat down.
But is it again the same thing with the footage? They just don't have enough?
No, okay, so with them, they might have the footage, but at the same time, like they don't have it to where it's like consistent. They
Mhm,
may have
mhm.
like one of the big games for them, and then a few weeks later they may not have a game, or they may not have it recorded. It just really depends. I get videos from Instagram too, so yeah. Sometimes they might post it, I'll grab it, you know. It's really on how y'all like how the teams upload it. That's them. Once they get it uploaded, I got it. Even on Instagram, I'll be like, hey, every week I'll be like, hey, I need y'all to send me whatever video y'all can find. Send it to me now. I'll see if it's good or not. If I take it, I'll take it. If I don't, I'll just throw it away. I'm for real.
Okay.
They be helping
Okay.
me. They help me. They want to see it.
In terms of the culture and the coaches and the dancers, what impact do you see yourself making in the long run? I know, like you said, you made, donations and this and that, but like, what
Hmm.
would you really like to see, let's say in 3 years? Like, what type of impact would you have liked to have
Mm.
made where you can feel I'm proud that I did this?
Mm. That's a great question. I just don't know. Like honestly, like um, as far as impact, I mean, for instance, like I create a lot of names. I create a lot of hashtags. I create a lot of hashtags.
Yeah.
I could see people like really utilizing a lot of my hashtags, a lot of my sayings. Like they don't say it as much as they used to say it. Like eat the girls. I used to say that all the time back in the day. They still say it. They don't say it as much, but they when it was hot, they loved it. They kept it. I even put it in some of my logos. Like they love that. They love that. Have certain sayings and just being innovative, just being just yeah, just keep being creative. That's just how I look at it.
So thank you so much for again for hopping on with
You're
us
more than
today. It's been
welcome.
such a great time. I'm so
Thank
excited.
you
I
for having
cannot
me.
wait
Thank you.
for everybody to
Because
go
a lot of
check
people have been
out.
asking for this. A lot of people have been
Really?
asking for me to do an interview. Like they really been wanting me to do an interview. They want to get to really understand how I started. So I'm glad that you wanted me to do it.
Oh, yay.
I
Oh,
hope you
reached
learned
out.
a
I was
few
like, no, he
things.
not. I did. That's why I'm like, I be in the start buddies hitting Ebony up mad. Girl, what they talking about now? Oh my God.
Exactly.
Like, because especially too as a former captain, like being in it and being old
Hmm.
school,
Right.
having done it, and then like I said, then being eras ago. I feel like the
Yeah.
auntie. So yes, I
Exactly.
enjoy having you. So glad you were able to come.
Thank you
Very
so
responsive.
much.
You're so cool, and I all right, well, thank y'all for
Thank
tuning
you.
in to
Bye,
the Major
y'all.
Business Podcast, and see y'all later.